Hey everybody, it's Peter from Brantford Kia. In this video, we're going to clear up the mystery of why your trunk should be locked, but you think it's not, but it actually is. That'll make sense in a second. We're also going to talk about your smart tailgate or trunk, and if you have a power liftgate, we're going to show you how to set the height on that. All that and more in this Kia class. All right, to start off this video, this is the most common question I get asked after we sell any kind of Kia hatchback, something like the Kia Soul or an SUV, that kind of thing. They lock their car and then they go over to their vehicle and they open the trunk and they say, my trunk isn't locked. Now, where does this come from? This comes from when you lock the car and you try the door handle. That's what people have become accustomed to doing. So here's the thing. I've locked the car right there. Take your key, put it over here. I'm going to set it right down by the camera over there. This is a proximity switch. And when you're near this switch with your proximity key, that switch is active. You can see right now I'm pressing the button and the trunk will not open. However, if you have your key in your hands, which I'll get right back here again, if I keep my key in my hands and I'm near the trunk, that switch becomes active and my trunk is open. So when you lock your car is locked, but if you have your proximity key, that touchpad will always be active. Now we're going to talk about your smart tailgate or smart trunk. Now, first of all, if you have an SUV with a power operated tailgate and a push button start, then you probably have a smart tailgate. We're going to talk about what that is in a second. If you don't have the power operated trunk or you don't have the push button start, in other words, you have a key start, you probably do not have a smart tailgate. However, if you have a proximity key, like we just talked about, and you have a sedan like the Forte or the K5, maybe an Optima, some of our sedans, with a push button start, you probably have a smart trunk. So smart trunk, smart tailgate, identical thing. What is it? Well, first of all, you have to lock the car and then you can stand back here. Again, it senses your proximity key and just standing here, the trunk will open. Now, the biggest problem we run into is people lock the car, smart tailgates operate or we've clicked the checkbox. We'll show you how to set that in a second. They approach the trunk and nothing happens. Well, here's the deal. You need to actually walk away from the back of the car. You need to spend, I don't know exactly the time, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. I think it depends on the car. But the point is, you need to walk away from the car. The idea being, the key is nowhere near the car. So if you lock the car, you walk across the back of the vehicle, you are not opening the trunk while you're walking into the store. So now we stood away from the vehicle for a second. We're going to approach the vehicle. And again, I'm not touching any buttons on the key. We're going to have 5 blinks, and in 3 seconds, you can hear blinks, or you can hear beeps and see blinks, and the trunk opens. The key to operating the smart tailgate or smart trunk is to leave the vehicle. Lock it, leave it for a few seconds, and then when you come back, without touching anything, without waving your feet underneath, it opens. Now, how do we set it up? Let's go take a look. All right, we're in the 2021 Kia Sorento Sx. Let me show you what you need to do. This is a little different than some of the previous generation cars, but you'll still figure it out. We're going to swipe across over here until we see Setup. We're going to click Setup, and then from there, we're going to click Vehicle with the gear icon there. Vehicle as well. And then you go into, in this case, you're going to go down to door. Now, in some of your cars, this feature may actually be in the cluster of the vehicle. On our previous vehicles, that's where it was. Some of these 10.25-inch screens have that setup menu in here. If it's in the center of your dash here, it'll be in the settings menu, which is, again, the gear icon in there, and that's operated through the buttons on the steering wheel over here. This goes sideways, these go up and down, you can press to select. So either way, you're looking for the same menu as I have here. Now, there'll be some changes in your older cars compared to this newer car. To set up the power liftgate, you can turn that on or off. It's currently on. To set up the smart liftgate, you need to have that checkbox checked. Once that's checked, again, you lock the car, you leave the car, and it will work. So that's pretty simple. But let's talk about the power liftgate opening height. In this car, you can set it up on the screen here, and it's kind of a cool function. You can set it up for fully open, which is what we have. You can see that's what it looks like there. We can set it for level 3, which is a little lower, level 2, which is a little lower again, level 1, which is lower again. Now, why would you want to do that? Well, if you park in a garage with a low ceiling height, you can set it so when it opens, it doesn't go higher than that, and you won't hit your garage. You can also set the user height setting. Now, if you have an older vehicle, this is exactly how you set it up. You have to bring the height of your tailgate. So you go to the back of the car, and you bring the height of the tailgate to where you want it. Press the close button on the tailgate. So that's inside the tailgate switch. That's right inside there on the tailgate when we're standing behind the vehicle. Press the close button for 3 seconds at the proper height. In other words, set it to where you want it. Hold down that button, which is on the back side of the tailgate, the one you use to close the tailgate. Hold that button down at the height you want, and it'll be set to the height you want. The Sorento for 2021 simplifies things by allowing you to choose 3 different levels here, and you can do it right from the inside of the vehicle, and that makes it easy. So we're going to leave it on full open, but that is how you set it up, and that is your Kia class.